yogis and yoginis. So I wanted to make a special video in honor of a day that is pretty important to me. So I'm Canadian, and Canadian Thanksgiving is fastly approaching. And Thanksgiving in Canada is actually quite different than it is in the United States. Not as far as what we put on the table, I'm pretty sure the food is similar, but as far as the historical origins of it, so Canadian Thanksgiving and its roots are a lot more actually similar to the European Thanksgiving. So our Thanksgiving, as far as the history of it goes and the intention of it goes, is quite different than how it is celebrated in the United States. In Canada, the history of Thanksgiving is about the harvest, and it's a time to be grateful for the abundance of the harvest. Gratitude for me is something that's pretty important, and it's been part of my life. I have a daily gratitude practice and have for a number of years, and I've made another video. I made another video about my gratitude practice and the attitude of gratitude, and I'll leave the link below this one to that. So if you wanted to check that out in more detail to learn more about my daily gratitude practice, you can. It has changed and grown a little bit since then. I used to actually write my gratitude in a journal every evening, but now I actually post it on Twitter. It was something that just came to me one day that it might be more effective both for me practicing non-attachment and then also for the rest of the world, or the Twitterverse, so to speak, to have the gratitude be public gratitude, right? To inspire others to take a few moments to be grateful for the things in their life. So I no longer write down my gratitude every day, but I actually tweet it. And I might move, who knows, I might even graduate into doing it completely over all social media at some point. We'll see. So my gratitude practice is daily, and I just take a few minutes at the end of every day to bring to mind some of the things that I'm grateful for. But I think that Thanksgiving is an opportunity to do a larger gratitude practice, and so that's what I want to talk about a little bit in this video. So I'm just going to read some statistics to you that I think are pretty inspiring and pretty poignant, and that we often don't think about when we're part of the Western world. Okay, so it says, if you have food in your fridge, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, you are richer than 75% of the world. In the bank, your wallet, and some spare change, you are among the 8% of the world's wealthiest. If you woke up this morning with more health than illness, you are more blessed than 1 million people who will not survive this week. If you have never experienced the danger of battle, the agony of imprisonment or torture, or the horrible, you are luckier than 5 million people alive and suffering. If you can read this message, you are more fortunate than 3 billion people in the world who cannot read it at all. So I actually don't know who created this infographic, so I'm going to share it at the end of the video. For the end of the video, I don't actually know who made it, so I'm certainly not sharing it with any intention of copyright infringement, but it's not watermarked, and it's been kind of floating around Facebook for a number of years. So I'll include that at the end of the video for those of you who want that. So I think that a few times a year it's important to take extra time to pause and to reflect, and Thanksgiving is one of those times for me. Okay, so what I thought I would do is just walk you through a little bit of a meditation or contemplation on gratitude, and a guided gratitude contemplation in honor of Thanksgiving. And again, if you decide you want to continue to do this on a more regular basis, you can check out that other video that I made a couple of years ago on my daily gratitude practice. And there's some resources below that video too, and I'll leave the link again below this video for you as well. Okay, so let's just start by sitting yourself up very tall. Okay, so getting your knees to drop below your hips. So if you're sitting in a chair, maybe taking a cushion and putting it underneath you, or ideally sitting on the floor on a cushion or some blocks or a meditation cushion or a bench. Okay, so getting the spine upright first of all, lengthening the spine. Bring your hands to a comfortable position on your legs, or you could cup them in your lap, whichever allows you to sit up tall without your shoulders rounding forward and pulling you into a slouch position. So again, having a nice tall, long spine, important here, right? And then as you sit here comfortably, take 3 deep, full breaths in and out through your nose, okay? But allow these breaths to come from your belly. So letting the belly expand and soften with the breath, which is called belly breathing in layman's terms, or in more clinical terms, diaphragmatic breathing. So do that about 3 or 4 times, getting out any old stale air and bringing in some new fresh air. Okay. Take a moment to close your eyes and soften the face, the jaw, the tongue, okay, the shoulders. Let the legs release further into the support beneath them. And notice some of the places that your body feels pleasant. Does your belly feel relaxed? Does your head feel balanced on top of your spine? So just scanning your body and noticing any pleasant sensations. Staying with these pleasant sensations, allow this feeling to expand throughout your body. This feeling of well-being. And as this feeling of well-being spreads, we'll begin to reflect on some of the good fortune in your life. Let's begin with the fact that you've been born human. So you have the gifts that come with an embodied consciousness, an awareness of your own experience, the capacity to learn and to grow, the ability to communicate with others. And take a few breaths to those who have nurtured you, both now and throughout your life, beginning with Mother Earth, who's literally given you the clothing on your body, food for your belly, the shelter that you live in. Pausing for a few moments to even be grateful for the trees that have given their lives for your shelter, for the food that you eat, whether it be animal or plant, that has given up its life so that you can nourish yourself. Bringing to mind some of the people along that path that have brought these, and some of the people that have made this possible for you in your life. So whether it be the farmer that grew the food, the person who transported it to you, the grocery store, or however you got your food that's on your plate. So taking a few breaths to acknowledge all that goes into the meals that you eat. Taking a few breaths to acknowledge your shelter and all that has gone into the shelter that you live in. Whether that be the trees that have given up their life, the construction, the families that have done their livelihood through construction, that have built your home, for the abundance to have a home, to have the roof over your head, to have water, heat, that shelter. Taking a few breaths to be, again, extra grateful for the clothing on your body, and bring to mind some of the people that have made that possible, from all the way from the people growing the materials to make the clothing, to the people that have designed the clothing, manufactured the clothing, people who've sewn your clothing, and the businesses, of course, that have provided ease for you to be able to clothe yourself. And then take a few breaths here to acknowledge And we'll take a few breaths here to acknowledge gratitude to those who have nurtured you throughout your life, those who've contributed to your development, to your sense of worth, whether that be parents or other family, friends, teachers, mentors, spiritual guides. A few breaths to acknowledge gratitude for your good health, and the health of those that you love in your communities. Maybe pausing for a few breaths for some gratitude for having universal health care, which in many areas of the world is considered a luxury. Bring to mind some of the ways in which you've been known to delight in your body, perhaps bringing to mind any physical activities that you enjoy, the feeling of the earth under your feet when you walk, the sun on your skin, or any other moments that stand out to you. Bring to mind some of the ways in which your heart has been touched, and the ways in which you have touched the hearts of others. And as this gratitude in your mind ripens, allow yourself to stay connected to this feeling of well-being in your body. Bring to mind gratitude for some of the circumstances that you may only be grateful for in hindsight. Sometimes we have had some hard knocks that have given us awakenings. The fact that we have learned and grown. Maybe being grateful even for some of the people in your past who have taught you the lessons in your life, whether they be painful or not. And then just for the next few breaths, bringing to mind anything else that you're especially grateful for right now, in this moment, or at this stage of your life. And as your mind here becomes happier, your ability to focus will become stronger. And this will enhance your sense of well-being. When your meditation ends, invite this feeling to stay with you. Slowly, while still keeping your eyes closed, gently bring your awareness back. Bring your hands together at your heart center. And nod your head into the wisdom of your heart. Pausing here for a moment of gratitude, reflection, or prayer. When you're ready, softly opening your eyes and bringing your head back up. So developing a regular gratitude practice will change your life in ways that you aren't even expecting. So my regular gratitude practice has made me more kind, more tolerant. It's helped me to become more conscious and more deliberate with my actions and with my words. And it has helped to guide me as to what I'm focusing on, as well as reminding me on a daily basis of what I could let go of, right? Of what is not really important, what is not really that big of a deal. So taking a few minutes every day to focus on all of your blessings, okay? Counting your blessings, so to speak. It's a hugely transformative practice that I cannot recommend enough. If you're interested in my daily gratitude, you can follow me on Twitter. Again, I'll leave that link here below the video, or you can also find the link on my website, or just search out Nick Danu Yoga on Twitter. And who knows, maybe I'll step the game up and I'll do it across all social media soon. So I hope that you found that helpful. Take a few minutes extra on Thanksgiving to go through this practice or some other practice that speaks to you, to really take some time to count your blessings and to be aware of the interconnectedness of not only all of the people, right, in this world that have brought you all of your blessings, but also the plants, the animals, and the earth. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. Again, if you want more details on developing a gratitude practice, you can also check out my other video, The Attitude of Gratitude, and I'll link that below. May you be well and happy. Namaste.